Raymond. We have let's see. We have an excellent connection, but I can't see any visual. There it is. What are we
sure?
live now? It says we're live. I didn't get a chance to press go live, so people, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and all the people who like podcasts and live shows, wrestling live shows. This is the Jawber Report. I'm here with Big D, who is lit very well today. He is no longer at the swamp. I'm expecting for you to take that hat off and be bald and be the most evil son of a bitch we have ever seen.
Oh, don't tempt me.
He's back from the swamp, ladies and gentlemen, and he does not
I've already
care
been
about
accused.
Alexa Bliss.
I've already been accused of being a member of Retribution.
Oh, I think you'd stand out, man. It's like I think we'd know.
Well, that's why I was just like, well, I think I might be the one calling the shots. And yeah, but
You know, as long as you use a chainsaw. Do you prefer to cut ropes on your days off?
I prefer not to answer that.
I'm just checking for a friend. That's all.
That's all
Don't take
good.
it no personal.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a common question.
yeah. Don't get all retributional.
Oh man, it's been a good week.
Yeah.
It's been a good week. Hope it's been good for you. Hope it's been good for everyone else.
Lots of wrestling,
Again,
man. Lots of wrestling.
lots of wrestling. It's been decent. It's been decent. I've enjoyed it.
We have one concurrent viewer right now. Two chat. Oh, two of them. Okay. We're just checking to see Pages and Pathways is with us as usual. Thank you, Pages. We got thumbs up. We already got laughter. Damn. I don't know where to put.
Thumbs up.
I still gotta put your face on Skype somewhere. So there you are. Okay. So we are. Oh, she wants us to share it to Twitter. How do we share it? I can't do this on this. Anyway.
Trying to get there.
There's a share on Twitter. But I have to log in on this computer. I'm not logged in. They want me to log in, and I have no idea what my credentials are.
I haven't got it.
All right, thanks, Big D. I don't have credentials on this computer. Oi.
And in order to follow the Jawber Report on Twitter, just search the Jawber Report on Twitter, and you will find us.
Yeah, we're at Jawber Report. I don't think we're at the Jawber Report. We could change that, but we're at Jawber Report. Yeah, we have a. I'm gonna sound like Jay Leno or Conan O'Brien. We have a great show tonight. Every single one of our shows is great. Yeah. And our moms is fans count, damn it.
Yes.
And your moms, by the way.
Your mom.
Yeah. Whoever's watching this, your mom counts then. Do your thing. Just saying. Okay. Big D's got it. Big D's got it, Pages. Thank you. We got it. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Pages is there with us. She's been there with us from the beginning, so.
It's day one.
Yeah, since day zero. Since day -0, -1. Wow. I would say she's our biggest fan, but she's not big, so she's a fan.
She is a fan.
Yeah,
Number one fan.
You're my number one customer. So we're doing some predictions today. Oh, hello.
God,
Hello.
no, horrible spot. I hate this.
That's
Hello, you have reached.
that's the Big Show calling. I don't know. It's Randy Orton. He's trying to slay. He's trying to slay the Big D from the Retribution. You're like, no, it's not happening.
No, it's not.
So we're doing some predictions for SummerSlam Takeover.
Yeah, it's a busy weekend coming up. And NXT and NXT Takeover 30, SummerSlam 2020. Oh man, I already forgot the catchphrase of this pay-per-view. I don't know if you've got it.
Oh yes. See, this is. Huh?
I'm gonna have to look it up because I heard it the first time and I laughed and then I just mentally blocked it. I don't understand why we're having
Catchphrases. I know exactly what you're talking about. I did not. Okay, we're gonna check it right now. Catchphrase, SummerSlam catchphrase. I do not know why we're doing that. Why they're doing that. It sounds just a little ridiculous.
Well, it's completely ridiculous. I mean, ever since the greatest match ever, or greatest wrestling match ever, we just felt the need to do all these.
SummerSlam, WWE. We had a little bit of an internet connection problem. Oop.
Uh-oh.
We're good. Our connection is good. This happens every time on this internet connection. SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre, the Monster Braun Strowman battles the Fiend. The Monster versus the Fiend, man. That's just, I know it's on their title cards, but it's not on the WWE. Yeah, it's not. See if they have their card here. I feel like I go to WWE's website and it's just it's kind of like it's clickbaity. And there's also like if you slide like if I scroll up or down and some things load a little sooner, a little faster, and then I whoop. Yeah, I keep getting errors, man. For some reason, something's up with the internet. Okay. Yeah, so we have a poor stream right now. I don't know who might be overwhelmed on the internet in their webs, but I am not. It's not receiving anything. Oh, here we are. Now we're back to.
There we go. You'll never see it coming.
Oh my god. Well, it's not even on their mobile website.
Yeah, it's just I just happened to. There's a poster of. Apparently, I mean it's a tagline from the Fiend. You'll never see it coming. Oh, there's the Fiend. Oh, look at him. Oh, it's so beautiful. You'll never see it coming. So I mean, I wonder, that's gonna be a big twist. I'm expecting a huge twist. So.
You expecting?
Something better happen than I did not see coming. Or nothing's going to happen and it's just facts of we never saw it.
Yeah, basically you're not going to see nothing happening coming. Right. I don't know, man. I don't like I saw that and I just phased it out as much as you did. I'm like,
last week, I think it might have been even just 2 weeks ago, was like the first time I think they mentioned it, or at least I heard of it. Yeah, SummerSlam. We'll never see it coming. I just don't. Yeah, doesn't make sense. Doesn't. At least like the best wrestling match ever. Like that was a thing, I guess, because that's what they had. The main event match was, but yeah. Now they just have a tag. Now they just have a tagline for every single pay per view. But anyways, yeah. So we have NXT 30, Takeover 30 coming up. We got SummerSlam. You'll never see it coming.
Well, wait, it is. I'll see it. It's like it's happening August 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I'm not gonna not see it coming.
But anywho, yeah, WWE. Oh man, they just try and go one step too far, or just one step in the wrong direction, and it just makes everything look so ridiculous, or at least sound it. I don't know, but yeah. So we got. There's a busy weekend of wrestling coming up, and it should be exciting. I'm excited. I mean, it's a pay per view. We're always excited about pay per views, and they've been pretty decent. They've been pretty good. So, as far as since all this quarantine stuff's going on, and I mean, through all the struggles of the writing and storytelling, it's finally this might be the best pay per view as far as storytelling goes, perhaps with most matches. But yeah, so we'll be discussing that, and a couple other things that have happened throughout the week.
Yeah, the Thunderdome.
WWE Thunderdome. I don't know why they chose the name Thunderdome.
Because somebody watched a little bit of Mel Gibson, if you know what I mean.
I guess I might want to see what it is exactly. It just looks like it's going to be. I mean, I don't know if there's a price or whatever subscription or something, but it looks like you'll be viewing the pay-per-view starting tomorrow, it's starting tomorrow at SmackDown. They're having it. SmackDown, SummerSlam. I don't know if NXT is doing it. I don't think so. And Monday Night Raw, because they're all in a new location. Now, it's no longer at the development.
Was it Full Sail University?
Yep, Full Sail.
So they bought it. Huh.
I guess apparently they're going to be viewing from, I'm assuming, different seats that are located around the ring or whatever.
I just want to say something about the Thunderdome. I guess we're going to go into that.
Yeah.
So when we did our WrestleMania podcast, or the very, very first time we got together, I don't know if you remember talking about, like, why don't they just put TVs or cell phones on seats,
right,
and just have people watch it that way. And
right.
Yeah, well, they got to it finally. It took some time.
We should probably check our views. Are they following us now? Are they watching our? Are they going back and watching our YouTube videos?
Yeah, well, we're gonna take this credit. Thank you very much. We're the Jawber Report brings WWE from brink of ridiculousness.
Next, not this Sunday, but a week from Sunday, WWE Payback. The Jawber Report.
That's right.
Presents.
That's right. That's the slogan is the Jawber Report.
Jawber Report. That's it.
It's a horrific slogan, but hey, we'll take it.
But
it sounds cool, man.
So
it sounds like it's gonna.
Yeah.
See, I haven't been watching any of the. I don't really have TV, so it's really hard for me to catch up with some of this shit.
Yep.
But here where we're staying right now, we were watching, last week we were watching, I think it was America's Got Talent.
Okay.
And they were doing that, like, they just had a whole bunch of people, they had, like, all these screens around them or behind them. And there was all these people who were, like, streaming in, you know, it was like an audience, and they were all reacting, and they had all the noises and everything, but it was just screens, like they were talking about what we were talking about during WrestleMania. And I mean, you could hear the people. Everybody was involved and stuff. And you know, if you're piping audience noises with that, that's pretty. Like, I mean, it'd be difficult to tell if that's not what's going on. So
Right.
you know, and same thing with baseball, man. If you've been watching any baseball,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, they have the audience. They have the 3D audience in there, but only in certain shots.
Right.
Um,
Right. Uh, my actually it was my father was talking about it, and he was like, oh, I thought, how are they allowing people to be sitting at the baseball games? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, but yeah, he didn't realize that they were like cardboard cutouts, and or because that's what they were doing a couple of weeks ago, were cardboard cutouts of
like
family members, actual baseball players, and just putting them like
behind the batter.
right at the behind the batters, out in the outfield, like and because there's a whole thing about someone hit a home run and it hit one of the baseball players' kids because it was a cardboard cutout of him and his family, and then the baseball ended up hitting his kid in the head. But
Oh man, I wish I'd seen that.
But it's really, I mean, it's entertaining. It's
Oh.
that noise. Does it work with wrestling? No, I don't. No, it's just something that you can't really. I mean, it's just something that's not.
I mean, it might. It's a different story when you don't see anybody and you hear the noise, and it's also a different story when I don't know, for some reason we're holding WWE at a higher standard.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like I was to be honest with you, I was annoyed when they were piping stuff for like Edge and Orton, I believe. Or the Raw before that, before the pay-per-view. I remember they were piping some noises, and I was like, hey, this sounds hokey. Because here's the thing. For some reason, I don't trust Vince McMahon to actually do it semi-realistically. Just how there was all kinds of chants that the audience they have now, that like I don't remember any of them, but I just remember every time I hear a chant, I'm like, oh my god, like no real crowd would chant that.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's
true. That is true. There's been a lot of chants where it's just like, no.
So like it's really difficult for me not to think of Vince McMahon and how they're setting up the show and not feel manipulated.
Right.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I don't. For some reason, I don't trust Vince McMahon for that.
I mean, we don't really trust Vince McMahon on a lot of things, so I think it's okay to feel that way.
Yeah, but it's also like I'm just sitting here and realizing, like, oh man, maybe I've just been too harsh on WWE.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't know. I mean, you just take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I guess whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah.
But the Thunderdome sounds like it's going to be a cool thing.
All critics. So it does. I mean, I would like to. I wish they would have a little bit more information about it. Like, if it is something that I'm sure you're gonna have to subscribe to it. I don't know if there's a price on it. Like, I don't know if you just have to go to a website or I don't know. So.
Well, I checked. Like, you have to sign up somehow. I don't know if that actually requires if there's a price for it, but
okay.
Gotcha. Like, you had to sign up at that they had a specific website for it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really look into too much of it just because I'm like, I mean,
I guess we'll know Friday for sure. We'll know tomorrow how it's gonna look.
right, right. It would be cool if like they had like a free like sample version. I don't know if they could do that or not, but like a weekend special where it's just like free to everybody, like a trial. But
Well, it'd be nice if
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. They're like you said, you've seen people like on America's Got Talent. NBA, they had people behind the free throw, behind the baskets during the free throw attempts. There was like iPads or whatever. There were screens with fans in attendance. But I mean, it makes sense. It's just a step forward, I guess, of the unknown. Yeah.
Well, what would be cool is I remember watching an interview with Edward Snowden. I don't know if you're familiar with Snowden.
Oh, I don't know. The name sounds familiar, but
He's in Russia. And he can't come to the United States. He's technically a fugitive for letting everybody know that the government was spying on him.
okay.
But I watched an interview of his where they attached an iPad to a Segway, and like you could like move the Segway around and with your face on the iPad, like that would be something, like
Right.
it's just like you get digital concessions, you buy a digital hot dog, and then you have to make it. It'd be cool if it was like Star Trek, man. They have the replicators.
Right.
You're writing down some storylines there or some matches.
Yeah. I'm just. Yeah,
I got them pulled up on my phone. But I guess the Thunderdome is going to be interesting. I'm kind of like interested to see how that plays out tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it's something that's worth people subscribing or tuning in. It's obviously to also try and help the ratings. I mean, that's what we're always trying to do every second now. So it's finding something to adapt, evolve, go, change with the pace of the world, and so why not experiment? Go for it. And if it fails, it fails. There's been many things that have failed with the WWE. So yeah, they're pretty good at accepting failure and just moving past it and making us forget about it. So
yeah, like the hacker.
Which I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's a whole other thing with Retribution. We'll go into Retribution real quick. I don't think they're gonna have. I mean, who knows? Maybe they will have a big impact. Maybe they'll get involved in SummerSlam. I kind of hope not, but yeah, they're taking over. There's definitely a revolution of a sort.
Yeah, we were talking about it on our last podcasts, but
Yeah.
whatever company that WWE just bought.
Yeah. Evolve.
Evolve. Yeah, and you're talking about the guy with the chainsaw, and somebody had a chainsaw cutting ropes.
Yep. And that could be just a coincidence or a mockery to that company that they just bought. They're like, oh, you had so and so. Well, hey, guess what? We got them. You guys are, like that's their way of saying like, yeah, we bought you guys. And but then again, it could be a whole new wave of new talent, and you're like you're pushing these guys up, and getting like to get those ratings, get that, keep it fresh, keep it new, snag the fans from Evolve right away. So it's not like they got bought and now you're not going to see these guys. It's like all of a sudden, who knows? Maybe it's them, and you're going to see them, and you've been seeing them for the weeks. I think that would be smart if they were doing that. But yeah, man, they're just messing around with everybody. I mean, they really messed up Monday Night Raw right from the get go. I actually thought the beginning part was the Fiend because they were mentioning it was just because at the beginning of Raw, there's always, or at least the WWE entrance, there's that Fiend photo, and it got all weird and distorted, and then yeah, it just messed up. They're messing up all the cameras and just glitches and just. And I think that I mean, although it showed them in with the TV truck, I was kind of hoping there might still be a connection with the hacker. Yeah, I mean, but and then part of me is like, it doesn't really fit piece together. So maybe the hacker isn't irrelevant anymore. Maybe this is like to take place of that and make us forget about it.
I don't know what's up with the hacker. If, like, maybe.
No.
I just have a feeling that that's just swept away.
Yeah. It's like, I brought up the whole, taking that circle symbol away from Mustafa Ali and his entrance graphics, and now that they have the glitches, like they've like kind of just went from hacker to Retribution is now, whenever we see that happening, it's Retribution. It's not the hacker anymore.
Yeah, so long as they don't screw up with it, like, it's like the Fiend. Because like every time the lights flickered and things happened, I was thinking it was the Fiend.
Right.
And it was like, oh, it's just Retribution. And you're like, oh, come on, like, don't. This is just Fiend's thing. Don't mess with it. Don't water it down.
Yeah. But so I mean, we'll see. We'll see if Retribution comes at Survivor Series or Survivor Series SummerSlam. I think they might because they've been having such a big impact on Raw and SmackDown. But I'm not really sure where they would interfere or get make an impact. They would just be at the end of the show. Yeah.
Oh, maybe they may be revealed.
Right. Something. I did find it funny on SmackDown. Sheamus was not afraid at all of Retribution interfering with his match, and they didn't. So I mean, maybe there's a connection somewhere. But yeah, it's funny seeing them. Funny seeing the guys rally up in the back and rally up against Retribution. It's still. I mean, it's still entertaining. They kind of had this. It's kind of a repeat of when NXT. Well, the original NXT, when they were actually as a competition to get a contract. And there was a group of guys, and then they were called NXT. They kind of did the same kind of, going through, beating everybody up, damaging the, everything, announcer's table, tearing apart the ring, and all that. So it's just a kind of deja vu kind of feeling, but but it is different.
Well, at least we have an idea who it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors. Nothing too. I mean, the most solid as far as believable or whatever is members of Evolve. Other than that, I mean, there's been some other names mentioned, but I just don't see a reason for them to be a part of this group.
Well, Big E called them the Foot Clan. Remember that from Ninja Turtles? Yeah, Ninja Turtles. I can't talk today.
That's oh man, that's the whole thing. I forgot about that because he's not gonna be on SummerSlam, but Big E.
No, he should be, but he's not.
Singles competitor. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
Big E's entertaining, man. I believe him. He's believable.
Yes, he is.
Well,
Yeah, I was actually watching, SummerSlam, and it was Big E against Dolph Ziggler, and this was back after Big E turned on. He was a bodyguard of Dolph Ziggler's, and he turned on Dolph Ziggler. And whoever they had, it was actually an intergender match. But Big E was Big E Langston back then, and I was like, man, I miss Big E as a singles competitor, and yeah, we're getting it. So I think he's just he should fly. Maybe not to the top if that just doesn't make sense, but definitely mid card champion for sure.
I mean, he could be. I mean, out of everybody in New Day, he was probably the most fit to be a champ.
Oh, definitely. I just don't see, if I guess I would just see, this based off of storylines. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what I think he should become champion at some point soon. So, but
Yeah, Biggie. Yeah, so yeah, he's pretty good. You're gonna have to forgive me. I'm a little slow today, man. I don't know if it's my blood sugar or what's going on, but I'm just kind of like, whoa.
yeah, no, I mean I'm fine. I'm a little bit that way as well. Just a busy week and just mentally, I kind of was like cramming. I watched SmackDown on Friday, and I watched Raw the next day on Tuesday. I just watched NXT right before we started this. I was watching NXT. I thought I was watching the current one, and it took me more than an hour to realize, wait, no, this has already happened. I've already seen this, and I was actually like a month. I was watching an episode from like a month ago.
Were you like June 25th?
Yeah.
Because like
I don't know. I was just like, I got to the point where it was Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross is like, just give me that NXT opportunity now, like whatever. I'm like, wait, he's already got that opportunity. We already know what's happening. And I look at the date, and yeah, it was July. It was like early July. And I was just like, oh man. So I was like,
yeah, I was hoping that the NXT would be on the network, which also begs another question for me. It's like, why am I paying for the network just for the pay-per-views?
Right, which is, I mean,
yeah,
alone is, if you're gonna, I mean, it's still worth it in that sense of like that feeling of, oh, is that all I use it for? But then like, well, if I didn't, then I'd have to go to other sources or pay for it and pay the $45 or whatever $50 that it still is, which I can't. Oh man, I can't imagine doing that now. That'd be such a waste of money. Like $9.99 is already like.
I know, isn't that weird? Because now, like, you compare it to Netflix, you compare it to all these
right.
streaming services, and you're like,
But it's there. It's there if you ever really truly just have that urge or have that time, you just happen during that time of where you're not doing anything, you just happen to think of like, oh hey, I'm gonna watch whatever, and it's just like you have that opportunity. So
yeah, I watched some stuff, but like I don't find myself watching it nearly as much as I should, considering what I'm paying for it. But right. The pay-per-views, I mean, yeah.
I do know that we have been discussing about doing more possible like watch-alongs of older pay-per-views. So maybe that'll give us an opportunity to do that as well. Kind of watching a little bit more stuff on there. So
yeah, I just thought about it today, like, cause I was on the network, and I'm like, I was a little peeved that I still couldn't see NXT. Cause I'm like, I need to catch up with this. I don't want to watch highlights on YouTube.
Right. No, I had checked too. It was I don't know what time it was, but it should have been ample time for them to be on the network, but yeah, it wasn't on there. So I was like, all right, I'll go on Hulu. So I watched it there. And,
I don't have the Hulu package for
literally
that.
finished.
It's all there, man. And I click on it, and it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is not available on your current service. And I'm like, well, what is it available on there? $50 a month? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We have it. We don't pay anything for it. So I guess I'm just fortunate for that. And then I guess, as we're talking about the network, I'll do a little update of what happened over the weekend. WWE has added independent wrestling to the catalog. We have Evolve Wrestling, WXW, I'm not sure what it stands for, Progress, and Insane Championship Wrestling have been added to the category. As of right now, a lot of it's like the best of. So like Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, they were in Evolve. Not really sure if there's anyone.
Yeah, I don't know independent
sure.
wrestling.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but a lot of the people like in NXT are going to be on those shows that they have. So that might be. I'm going to be definitely checking that out soon. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news that's really been going on so far this week. But,
Yeah, I saw Renee Young was leaving.
Yeah, there's all. Okay.
But there's a lot of I was thinking about it. It's like there's a lot of news. Like everybody's, even though we're the Jawber Report, it's like I don't think we're a news station.
No.
I would like to think.
No, it's like they're working on. They're always working on, making people better, having them step up. And then eventually people are going to go, and then they get replaced. And WWE actually does a pretty smooth transition of whether it's commentator or backstage interviews or whatever. They do a pretty decent job of transitioning new people. I don't know the last time I really saw Renee Young. So.
Well, she was on that. She was on YouTube, and that Fox show that they just canceled.
Okay.
With
Right.
CM Punk.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, either way, that's neither here nor there.
She'll go AEW with her husband.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody seems to be going to AEW. There was a debut on AEW. Referee. There we go. Drawing a blank, but he's the one that got fired from WWE.
Kyoto.
Yes, Mike Chioda debuted as a referee on AEW. He was actually in the main event match, so that's pretty cool to see. Good for him. It is what it is when it comes to this. There isn't much. There aren't many places to go. So if you're in that business, you got to go somewhere. So it was pretty cool to see him on AEW.
Well, I forget why they fired him, but either way, man, it's like, okay,
yeah,
he's gonna have a business somewhere. He's gonna have a job.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like a veteran, man.
Exactly. That's why you're seeing, pretty much almost everybody. And you got WB, AEW, TNA. There's and then New Japan. There aren't too many places for people to go. So it's when they got to find a job somewhere, and if they get hired, good for them. It's just funny seeing. I wonder how long it's going to be till people start coming back, or not coming back, but new people coming to WWE that have like a name, of like a history behind them. So it might be a while, which is it might be good for WWE because they're developing within, and yeah.
Yeah, they're trying. There's not like I think about it. There's a lot of like a copious amount of wrestling to watch. It's like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of WWE alone a week, and that's not including the shows on the network. Then you got AEW. And like I don't know who's watching TNA, but I can't see any of it, man. Like I don't have cable.
Yeah, I don't watch. I haven't. I mean, even if I did have cable, I don't think we even offer the channel that they're on. Yeah, like that stuff. I mean, I might just go on and maybe look up and see if where there's highlights, and then that's how I would watch. That's how I would keep up with like, excuse me, TNA news.
Yeah, and then we got NWA too.
Which hopefully that comes back soon, or at some point.
When they're gonna do the Thunderdome. They're gonna have people. Yeah, probably not.
They gotta keep it old school.
Yeah, they might just wait.
They keep it in NWA because NWA is fun. Maybe that's something we could dabble into, is watching episodes of that
NWA?
or something.
I would love to. I would actually I would really enjoy.
I think that'd be really fun to watch. We could even watch it from the beginning. It's only been just over a year since NWA Power started. That'd be fun because that's just like entertainment to the max every week. So that might be something that we could. That's free on YouTube,
and it's an hour show too, which is I feel like today is probably a perfect amount of time to watch wrestling, because like after so much time you're like, ooh. And we're like 40 minutes in to our podcast, and we haven't even touched predictions.
No.
Big D, we're literal jobbers. And I mean with the JAW. We just get on talking, man.
I mean, it's. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. There really shouldn't be too much. We can dabble a little bit into the feuds, but. Well,
there's a couple of feuds I want to talk about, but.
I just writing down the SummerSlam, man. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matches at SummerSlam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at NXT. So yeah, 9 matches at SummerSlam. That's huge. Perhaps this is SummerSlam. Not big enough. It's too big for one night.
We're gonna do the WrestleMania all over again,
right?
Because you have that Payback, right? Right afterwards.
Yeah, Payback. The next week. Yeah, which we found out that's when Bayley and Sasha will be defending the tag team titles. Will be at Payback. Which
I like how that whole thing is turning out, as far as Asuka and Sasha and Bayley.
Yeah. It's that was a good twist, because they had that women's Royal Battle Royal at Monday Night Raw. The winner would face Sasha, and we already had Asuka versus Bayley. So, or wait, was it the other way around? It was the other way around. We already had Asuka versus Sasha, and then they're having a battle royal at Monday Night Raw. Winner of that would face
Bayley. But Bailey and Asuka fought a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
I think 2 weeks
Right.
ago.
Yeah, not too long ago. They've been fighting a lot.
I was like, well, wait a minute. We
SmackDown.
already watched because that was a good match. That's one of the matches we talked about last week. That was a
Yeah.
really good match. But
Yes.
yeah. So in SummerSlam, so yeah, let's just start at the bottom of the card because I'm already getting excited about some of these.
Yeah. Let's go.
So our very first one is King Corbin and Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle.
Burger King Corbin. It was funny to see him in the with all the rest of the locker room.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
he seemed so much more subdued. As much of a dick he is like on camera in the locker room, he was all dressed up like in a suit, like a suit, pants and a like dress shirt, and he
Right.
had a scepter and his crown, and it's just like he's definitely starting to grow on me as like annoying, just straight up freaking
Yes.
annoying.
Right. And it's not like he's not talented, and it's not like he can. I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is about him. It drives you nuts because before he was King Corbin, I liked Baron Corbin. I liked his character. He just had that attitude, and it's just like this really brought out his cockiness, and but that's how he is. That's how he is in real life. He's always made it a point that he was a college football player. He's a jock. He's just super cocky, and he backs up everything. So it fits his character, and it fits like that. He's definitely a guy you want to hate. But I don't know what it is about it. It just drives me crazy. But it doesn't make me mad. It does for some reason. It does for the other people that are in a feud with him. I don't know. It's just weird. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
enjoy him. I enjoy him now. Like I used to. I was complaining about him. Like I didn't like give him some real kingdom stuff. Like don't give him this little scepter. But then
right. Well,
he's also like
it's
he's
just
kind
an
of like a diva. He's kind of like an annoying
right,
diva, and
right, right.
it's like all right, cool.
He's
I can dig this. Like as he's annoying. He annoys the shit out of me, which like that's a good heel. And it's not for
right.
any good reason,
Yeah.
really. He just annoys me just to see him. Like just
I,
the whole
I
character is
think the
annoying.
I think the tip of the iceberg for you towards him tilted when I brought that up about how like hated he is, and there's just no doubt that he's the best heel in the business right now. Um, yeah, and I think once I brought that up, you're just like, you know what, he is, and it's like it's believable. It's believable. He makes it believable to hate him, and so. But yeah, Riddle and Corbin. I'm gonna have to say I want to. I got to go with Riddle. I can't see Riddle. This is his first pay per view, I believe.
Yes, it's his first main roster pay per view.
So, yeah, I can't see him losing that. And no, if he lost, he lose a lot of credibility. Corbin can lose and be okay with it. He'll just he'll just come back and just be angry and mad at someone else. So my pick is going to be Matt Riddle.
I'm gonna have to pick Matt Riddle too. I feel like they're kind of messing with him. I got my predictions right here, or my list right here on my phone. I feel like they're messing with him a little bit, Matt Riddle.
Mm.
He is not as certain. Like he's got a little bit of pressure being on the main roster. Like as far as just performing his character, and I don't know if they're
Mm-hmm.
tangling too much with his bro character or if they're kind of like fine tuning it, and because Matt Riddle does like the best job himself. So that was kind of it's like that was a little bit annoying to see, but I think Matt Riddle is going to win this match. So put that down, Big D. We're on the same page on that one.
I put it
The
down.
original bro. And yeah.
Yeah, where it goes, I mean, I don't know wherever the story. I mean, it's just gonna just be if they're just doing it just so Matt Riddle can go up against the most hated superstar. But it would have been really nice to have been Riddle versus AJ Styles and like maybe like a third rematch or something like that. I just feel like that would have been way better.
Or even Styles and Jeff and Riddle in a three-way.
Yeah.
Or Daniel Bryan and Riddle and
there's
AJ.
a lot of names on it that aren't in the event. Maybe there'll be something at Payback, and maybe that's why they're doing it, or whatever. I mean, I don't know if it's always been that way dated, but they're having so many superstars. They do have to have like a little mini pay-per-views for the rest of the people. So maybe that's what we'll get at Payback. A lot of the people that we aren't seeing in this pay-per-view. But
well, I don't even know where to start with Payback. So because it's immediate turnaround. It's like another pay-per-view. Oh my god.
That's next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. So I guess next we'll go with the at least on my list, it's Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Hair versus hair match.
This is harkening back to the Attitude Era where they did. Well, this was even before Attitude Era, where somebody would get their hair shaved or head shaved.
Yeah. This has been it's been a feud that's been going on for a long time. To see it just come down to a hair versus hair, it's kind of weird, but I'm hoping it should be a good. I'm hoping it's a good like wrestling. The only question I really have is with Mandy Rose. I feel maybe because we haven't seen her too much. We haven't really seen much of them both wrestle, but hopefully they've been like in the back scenes, like just fine tuning and stuff. But I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose. I feel she's already had her haircut a couple weeks ago. I don't think she needs another one. So I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose.
Would she fit better with Otis if she had a haircut?
She already does, but we haven't seen Otis. Who's Otis? I don't know who Otis is anymore.
So my question is so this hair versus hair bout match is that going bald or is that like a haircut?
No, I think it's shaved.
Okay, because this is the same thing as Rey Mysterio's eyeball type of thing, where he just shows up, like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, he's like, I'm still suffering from the injuries, and you're like, if I lost an eye, I ain't coming back for months. Like there's it's probably gonna take a little longer than that to just deal with the fact, like just mentally, I don't know.
Right.
Like I have a feeling that this might nobody's gonna get like their head shaved, and it's gonna be a cop out.
I don't know. I think they'll go through with it. I just kind of hope this is maybe the first match. I kind of really wish maybe hopefully it'll be nice if it was on the pre-show kind of match. It's the match that does not fit in this pay-per-view. It's not strong enough to hold anything.
This might be a short match.
Yeah. And I just think I don't know if it's that short. then maybe Sonya wins. But my pick is still going to be Mandy Rose. I'm really hoping that they can step up a little bit more, kind of get past this feud. Perhaps one of them ends up, maybe if the draft is going to happen or something, maybe one of them, maybe they can separate each other. Because it's been such a long feud, it's kind of like it's always going to be there.
Yeah, and then Dolph
That
Ziggler
hatred.
is all of a sudden out of this feud. He's been out of this feud for a while. They're still feuding. Otis is out of this feud. No?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just get this over with and separate them somehow. Yeah. So
I don't know, man. I don't know who to even pick here. I think you're right with Mandy Rose winning this. Because I don't know if Sonya Deville, she could probably pull off wearing like a little beanie or something. So.
right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick Mandy Rose. There's nothing else. Like I don't see why Sonya Deville would win.
Yeah.
Even if it matters.
Mandy Rose already looks good with a new haircut. I think her new haircut looks great.
There you go.
So yeah, she doesn't need another one. Don't be selfish.
Don't be selfish. Maybe halfway, but maybe that's why they're like, oh, she's gonna get her haircut. So she already had her haircut, so we're just gonna cut it all the way.
Right. Well, I mean, Sonya Deville, I think it's pretty long, so maybe she's planning on donating her hair. So.
But not if they cut it in the ring, like, you know what I mean. It's like those cuts never went well. They look like they're just like they yank. They just like pull the hair out. It's like all these red marks.
Right. Yeah.
Either way, it's gonna be fun watching it. Just watching it happen.
Anyway. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of gets like, oh, she cuts a little bit of her hair and she runs out. Like, oh my god.
Right. Well, I think it happened recently somewhere. There was a hair match. Where was it? I can't even think. Oh, it was actually NWA, and they actually started in the ring, and the guy ran out. He escaped. They ended up getting a hold of him in the backstage, and they finished it backstage. Yeah. But yeah, so whatever. I mean, it is what it is. If it's going to be on the main pay-per-view or pre-show, I'd rather it be on the pre-show, and then maybe discuss it during the main show, and then you see whoever lost with the haircut. So that'd be better for me. Now, next on the list, you got Apollo Crews versus MVP for the United States Championship.
They already had this match.
A couple times, and then the last pay-per-view they did not have it.
That's right. That was just so weird. It's like, oh no, he hurt his neck. Apollo Crews hurt his neck. He won't be in the match. You're like, what?
He just gets hurt.
Yeah.
But he's back. He's back a couple days later. He's all good.
Yeah.
The doctors love Apollo Crews.
He's a repeat customer.
Yes. Yeah. But you can go first on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go with Apollo Crews on this one. I really don't know where they're trying to end up with this. They already had this match.
Right.
So I think I would go with Crews. I mean, like, there could be more meddling by the Hurt Business.
Right.
So I mean, I guess you would. I'm trying to think it would make more sense for MVP to win this. but he wouldn't. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cruz. I'm gonna pick Cruz in this one.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a toss-up just because there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of people involved. You got the Hurt Business with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, and then Apollo Crews with his backstage buddies, Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali. MVP's trying to, get Cedric to join
The Hurt Business.
the Hurt Business. He ends up coming down. Well, actually, during that match on Raw, Shelton Benjamin ends up pinning R-Truth for the 24/7 title, and then Cedric Alexander comes out, wins it, and then at the end, Shelton Benjamin won it back, I believe.
I don't know. I missed that part.
Yeah, I think he won it back at the end. But either way, there's just a lot of things going on. I am actually gonna go with MVP here. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with MVP. I think someone is gonna be joining. Somebody's gonna turn on Cruz and join the Hurt Business. So that's gonna be my prediction.
But this is what gets me with that United States Championship. It's just battered around as much as the 24-hour championship. It seems.
Right.
It's gonna go here and it's gonna go here.
But it hasn't. I mean, it just seems like it because there really hasn't been any. Just been a lot of interference and stuff. So there's been a lot of matches that aren't happening. So Cruz has had it for a decent amount of time.
I mean, yeah, it could be. It could be. I'll take it. I'll go with Cruz.
I think there's just too much chaos, and I think that there's something that's going to happen, and it's going to cost Cruz the championship. But yeah, that's going to be that's my final. It's written on paper. So.
So last week we picked, or not the pay-per-view before SummerSlam where Cruz. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like I really am like blanking on a lot of this right now. Like it's blood sugar. Like my brain is super slow right now. And that's a problem too. Like I ate some stuff that probably shouldn't have before our podcast. So.
Oh no.
No, it's okay. So the pay-per-view where Apollo Crews was that Extreme Rules? Yes, that was Extreme Rules. Where he didn't even show up.
Right.
And he lost the championship on a technicality.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. There was nothing. He never really lost the title.
That's right. Like, but he won it. Then
because at that time they had both titles. Still, they had the old title and they had the new title, and then now all of a sudden it's only the new title. Which I still don't. I don't like.
I miss the Nation of Domination idea. That's still.
Yeah, I know. It was officially shut down, and I really wish it didn't because that would have been great. But
well, we have the Hurt Business here, and I don't know. They might be joining each other. It's really kind of like you have all those people you were talking about on the good guys side, who are like they're no longer favored by the WWE. Like they're like literally at the bottom of the card, just about with Apollo Crews, and then you have Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. I mean, and MVP, and it seems like it's a clash of two different.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
So it's really like I've been looking at this and I'm like I really don't know. Like I really don't know, but I'm gonna go with Apollo Crews because I keep picking Apollo Crews. So I'm gonna stick with Apollo Crews.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler's not in this pay-per-view,
Oh.
so you don't have to pick him.
Yeah,
so.
he's not gonna ruin it for me. Although he was great in Raw Underground.
Yeah. That was pretty cool to see him down there. See him in street clothes and just kick ass.
He finally won something.
Yeah. I know, small guy versus a big guy, and the small guy came out on top, choked him out.
that was pretty. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's a wrestling superstar anyway, though. We'll do our Street Profits next. The Raw Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, I'm finally we get to see Street Profits back in action. I don't see them losing the champion titles. I don't see them losing the titles. It did come up on Monday Night Raw that there's footage that pretty much is 100% that Zelina Vega poisoned Montez Ford. For her, it just proves that she has she owns a beautiful jacket. But anyway, it was nice to see him come back and wrestle. I missed that energy, his explosive jumps and just his athleticism. It's just awesome to see. This is another feud that, again, they need somebody besides the Viking Raiders to be around as a tag team. I don't know if this is going to be like a split between Andrade and Angel Garza, which, I mean, maybe them two going at it, that might be a pretty cool feud. A lot of good talent in the match. I think it's going to be a really fun match. Yeah, I don't see the Street Profits losing the title.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Andrade and Angel Garza to win the championship.
Okay. Oof. I like it. We got some diversity.
Yes, we do. I think this whole feud with the poisoning and all that is just getting things started. It's only getting the girls started. So they and the fact the Street Profits were champions for a while, and Andrade and Angel and Garza, Angel Garza. I don't know. I feel like this might be a good time to change the titles and kind of continue that feud because there's not much else going on outside of Viking Raiders.
Right. Yeah, we don't really know what's happening. They just seem to be heading towards the underground. So now it's like the guys that get buried, they're literally in the underground.
Yeah, we got nothing else for you. Well, you can go wrestle.
Yeah.
And then you can't lose.
It's just like a never-ending cycle of just wrestling.
Sometimes it feels like a machine, man. It's just a machine. I wish Drew McIntyre had a longer we're just talking about him. This is what low blood sugar looks like, or at least hypoglycemia can be. Okay. I've been complaining about him. We're just talking about him. He was just wrestling in the Raw Underground. Oh my God, Ziggler, yes. See, I wish that their feud went longer.
Yeah.
It was just one pay-per-view, and I gave you a chance. Get out. It's like, oh man,
right.
Like who else are you gonna get? So anyway, Yes. We got some differences in opinion. We're not agreeing as much, so we have to figure out what the punishment is.
It's nice. We will, yeah. We'll probably announce that before the right before the pay-per-view. We'll announce what it is. Which this pay-per-view you will be singing.
Yeah.
You will be.
I will be performing "I'm Not a Girl" by Britney Spears. And I was the one who came up with that punishment, so
Right.
it only seems fitting.
Oh, your hatred for Ziggler.
And it's because of Ziggler. That's right. Dolph
Right.
Ziggler.
Right.
He did me in.
Right.
Now to think that I was gonna pick MVP to win. Watch, they're gonna screw me up all over again.
Were you originally gonna go with MVP and then you went to Cruz?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought about MVP. I'm like, this would be kind of cool because they were just getting started with all that shit. Now it's like, they don't really need the title.
I mean, right? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of toss-ups. Well, at least those two matches.
I don't know, Mysterio and Rollins, the one up there.
Yes, yeah. It's
a street fight.
Just to the next. So Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. Yeah, I don't know here.
I gotta know this for end all sake here. Did Rollins actually remove Rey Mysterio's eye?
It's no, because he looks the same that he did before he lost his second eye. It's just I don't get it. It's just like I think WWE is just kind of like, yeah, we'll just play it off.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, we know he's going to be there. It is a street fight. Man, I don't want to go against Rollins here.
Because he's lost all the... No, he hasn't. Never mind.
And it's hard to see Dominic lose, but you know what? I'm going to go with Rollins. It's a bad pick. I already know it. But I can't see, and I'm basing this off of Matt Riddle. Two debuts, WWE pay-per-view debuts. I can't see both of them winning, so that's why I'm going to go with Rollins.
I think that Rollins. I'm gonna pick Dominic Mysterio here.
Yeah. It's just I don't want Dominic to win.
But Dominic is not gonna win. So he's winning the match, but it's gonna be Seth Rollins is gonna be like beating the shit out of him, and then Murphy's gonna come in and I think Murphy's gonna have something to do in SummerSlam. That's gonna set up Murphy and Rollins for payback. I could be way full of shit here, but
right. Well, no, that's ultimately what I would like to see at some point is Murphy Rollins. I think because that's just going to be nothing but amazing as far as their matches. And again, we haven't really seen too much wrestling out of these guys lately.
And
yeah, so
my question is, where is Dominic going to go from after Seth Rollins? King Corbin?
Right.
I don't know. I am just okay. I could be way off on these. But I'm like, all right, let's just make it fun at this point.
Right. Yeah.
I just hope it's not a long street fight like that.
Right. I can't imagine it would be.
Because they already like blew their wad with all these kendo sticks. They're beating each other. They beat the shit out of each other with kendo sticks for 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
And it's like one gets to do it, then the other gets to do it, then the other gets to do it. It's like, how is this street fight
Right.
gonna have any impact if you guys beat the shit out of each other? Like, where are you gonna take this? Like, they're gonna try to get Dominic. They're gonna try to pop Dominic's eye out.
Yeah. I mean, that's just. Like, I know that. I know that's a lost pick for me. I can just feel it, but. Yeah, but like you said, where's Dominic going to go from here?
NXT.
Something's going to happen. Yeah, that man. I don't know. Something's going to happen though. Something's got to happen where. Okay, now you shift Dominic because he is just his hatred for Rollins is just. Straight forward. There's no blinders. There's blinders, and it's just all on Mysterio or all on Rollins right now. So something's got to happen where it distracts. Is this where Does this something happen where his father pisses him off or something like that? And then that creates some friction. I don't know, but that's far fetched. But
Well, it'd be father son
still
payback. But I don't know. That's
yeah, no, that'd be too soon. Something like that would have to be like WrestleMania type thing. Actually, I think. Fun little, and I just thought of this. Because I was watching. Was it SummerSlam 2003? I think it was. There was a match between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio for the custody
Dominic.
of Dominic.
Yes.
It was SummerSlam, 17 years ago. That's SummerSlam. Dominic was there, and it's just kind of pretty cool to, like, he's he's at SummerSlam now, and in his own match. So that's pretty cool to see. Actually, that was really good pay per view for the most part. But yeah, I just thought that was a little cool little fact.
Yeah, I remember seeing some backstage footage of that.
Really?
Yeah,
I never did, but
yeah, they were talking to Dominic about that, and like how Eddie was like giving him popsicles and stuff, like in candy or something, like in between takes. And he was like, they were asking him at school is Eddie really your dad? And he's like, I don't think so.
Right. So that's the whole thing. I was like, they're like, they're questioning the fact of, is this like real? Like, does Dominic was Dominic a part of the story? Like, does he know what's gonna happen and stuff like that? I mean, because like with the kids back then, I mean, and the kayfabe, like maybe they did. I mean, I don't know if they did hide it from him.
Oh, I don't know.
That'd be messed up if they didn't. But
he's going to school thinking, he's like, well, wait a minute, who's my daddy now?
Right.
It's like, just look in the mirror, kid. Just look in the mirror. It's right there. The genetics don't lie. Although he's taller. He's taller than his dad by quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think you're probably going to be right on this one, but I'm picking Dominic.
So, yeah, I guess we both think differently.
Mm.
This is gonna be good. Just based off of predictions, and we already have 3.
Yeah.
That we have different answers for. So this leads us to, and I think we can just group these 2 together. But SmackDown Women's Championship and Raw Women's Championship, Asuka versus Sasha Banks and Bailey.
Whew.
Are we gonna see? Are we gonna see Asuka? I don't know what we call her if she wins 2 belts. I think all the nicknames are taken up. And I think we might. And like one thing that I'm kind of hoping for with all this going on is perhaps this is leading to one women's championship. And I really, really, really like that. Like we've been seeing Bailey and Sasha just going back and forth on Raw, SmackDown, Raw, and it's just like, well, if you're gonna be doing that, then just have one title and just have that going back and forth on, Raw and SmackDown. So I'm gonna pick Asuka on both of these matches, and I think with Becky Lynch forfeiting the title and giving it to her, it kind of, and like her or losing it kind of lost that chic. And I think she needs it back. So my prediction here is going to be Asuka wins both titles. This feud has been going on for a long time. So there's a lot of story between the three of them. There's a lot of stuff that could happen between Banks and Bailey. But I think with them losing the titles both at the same time can really begin this crumble. Potentially losing the titles at Payback, and then all of a sudden in 2 weeks they have nothing. I think that's the direction that they kind of need to go, and then it's just like complete implosion of Bailey and Sasha. It's your fault. It's your fault we lost the titles. It's your fault. And it's just like, bam, here we go. Buckle up.
I'm thinking that one of them loses the championship and the other one doesn't.
Okay.
And I feel that Bailey doesn't. Or, Sasha interferes in Bailey and Asuka's match. And then Bailey screws it up for Sasha. But then again, Sasha wasn't able to beat Asuka before. Like, not like straight up.
Right.
Because then you're going to have a contention, and they're still going to be tag team champions. So this is a very interesting one. I don't know. Like I for some reason I feel like I want to pick quite a bit against you today. I'm like, oh well, if I'm gonna sing "I'm Not a Girl," I might. Well, I mean, this would be for the next pay-per-view where we get to enact these punishments. But if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it in style.
Right.
So, Asuka was a Raw's champion, right? Yes.
Yep, she was.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Asuka loses to Bailey.
Okay.
But beats Sasha.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man, this is gonna be. I'm excited. I'm even more excited. I'm just excited for the picks. Just that alone. Those are something that clicked in my head. I'm like, man, imagine if Asuka. I mean, there's there's a lot of 2 belts going on, but Asuka gets it, and then for somehow they can actually condense the titles and just have one title. This might be the way to do it. So that's that clicked in my head, and I mean, I love Asuka. I love Asuka, and I kind of want to see that. I kind of want to see Bailey and Banks have everything, and now all of a sudden they just have nothing. I think that'd be great. Um, that'd be best for business. Because again, we talked about it before, where neither one of them need titles. Um, like we know that this is all leading to Banks versus Bailey, and I don't think they need a title for that entire feud to make that a potential main event match.
Well, my question is, do they not have enough women now to contend for all these titles?
I mean, I think they do. I mean, I did find it weird, Asuka teaming up with Shayna Baszler. Now you got the Baszler girls in the underground, and so it's like it just was weird having Asuka and Baszler team up in that match. I guess someone had to. The return of Nia Jax. I mean, maybe we're going to get some NXT call ups to fill in. But then, like, that's the thing, though. If you can get women from both brands and just kind of have them all just be cross branded, that might be
Yeah, they
the
can,
best.
like, if they're going across brands, but the
Right.
Fiend can't. So that's my. I'm trying to figure that out. It's like if they're going across brands, does that mean they just don't have enough people,
Well, yeah,
do they have a
it would make
clusterfuck?
sense to cross brands if there's only one title. Like, I mean, but then again, I don't know if has the 24/7 championship been defended on SmackDown, or has it only been on Raw that it's been happening? Um, that should like that belt should be
Everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah. So,
And that's
but
like the
that just
24-hour championship belt is like the whore of belts.
right, right. So like yeah, so just the consolidation of belts, and we've talked about it. Where there's just too many belts. You know, have one women's. Have I mean, I don't mind the men's so much. I think there should still be for some reason I don't know why that doesn't bother me as much as like the tag teams, um, the women's. I think maybe just because there's less tag teams and there's less uh, overall women single competitors. Um, that they really should just have one title and just kind of bring everybody and just maximize the competitors for the belts. But
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my prediction. I think that's you're gonna have a rift where Bailey's unable to help Sasha, and it's gonna start their troubles, and then they're gonna lose their tag team championships, and then all of a sudden Sasha's gonna be left with nothing,
right,
and it's gonna
right.
be Bailey versus Sasha for the SmackDown's championship.
Either way, I mean we're both leading to Bailey Banks, just one without a title and one with a title.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're unifying. You're bringing unification to the women's division. I'm
Actually, that'd
not
be
because I'm thinking further ahead when all this coronavirus everything is settled and
right.
you have you have Charlotte Flair coming back, Rhea Ripley coming to the main roster. We're
Right.
gonna need them championships because everybody's a champion. I'm down. Like I understand what you're saying though. Like I think the
That's true.
men's we should have one heavyweight champion. We should have one
Right.
women's champion, and those titles should be
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. That's tough to say. But
defended. I just think I do think there's way too many titles, but there's also like so many people.
Right? Yeah. No, there is. I it's really whatever direction Raw. I mean, it's really up to them, I guess, because they're just this underground is really shaking things up in a weird way. Like, they just they're just random people just gonna be going on and off of underground whenever. And, yeah. So, but so we got the same prediction on Asuka Banks, and then you're going Bailey, and I'm going Asuka on both. With Asuka double champers. I don't know what to call her, but
She's gonna be the Universal Champion. Oh, wait a minute.
and that leads us to the Universal Championship.
Oh.
Braun Strowman, the champion, versus the challenger, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Never seen it coming. I don't know. I really don't know where this is gonna go. I mean, and it just crossed my mind of, are they gonna have a cinematic match in this pay-per-view? I hope not.
I think this is a straight up match.
And I hope it is. I really do, because I miss the Fiend. I miss seeing him wrestle.
Oh.
I do.
Oh.
I do.
Oh.
I
I do. I really do.
I mean, just like his entrance alone on SmackDown was like enough. I'm like, woo, an entrance. It's just like you haven't seen that in so long. Then Miss Alexa Bliss. I don't know. I don't know if this is what this is leading to. Either way, I'm picking the Fiend. There's no way I'm going to say the Fiend is going to lose. The Fiend wins this. Where does this go from now? Strowman has definitely been affected throughout this whole time. He has just gone crazy. He is definitely, the monster is back, worse than ever. I mean, it's just I don't even know what the phrase was now. The most evil. He's the most evil thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's right. He shaved his head, and he's the most evil son of a bitch.
But he does look good. I mean, and then
he looks like Zangief from
yes.
Street Fighter.
Yes, Zangief. It should be fun. I just really want. I don't know what Alexa Bliss is gonna do with all this. The sensitivity of the Fiend that kind of cracked through a little bit last week. I don't know. I'm not sure. And I have no doubt that the Fiend is going to win. It's just I don't know what else is going to happen. I think that's the biggest thing that everybody's going to be waiting for is what's going to happen. We're not worried about who's going to win or lose. It's just what's going to happen. So there's no way of really predicting a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors of a potential mask involved, and that may be one reason that he shaved his head. Not only to change his look, but to also be able to fit a mask on. There's been a lot of different theories and rumors, but is this going to lead to a new Wyatt family? A new faction? I don't know. I would love it to. I hope Alexa Bliss stays in this kind of character, this kind of storyline with these guys. I think she really could benefit from it as well. Especially not being a tag team champion anymore.
See, I have a problem with this. I'm about to air my grievances with this. So we have Strowman, who is the monster among men. And then we have the Fiend, who is like the boogeyman amongst entities, right? The fact that I was reading one of their descriptions on CBS Sports says the Fiend is Wyatt's final and most dangerous form. And I thought about that. And I'm kind of like, I'm worried, once again. I have a worry about the Fiend. I worry about the Fiend. I worry him becoming just another character, watered down character. Because how is this going to shake up? Like, if Strowman wins and he beats the Fiend, then Fiend starts to lose mystique a little bit. Because, like, and I think this would be, and if the Fiend beats Strowman, then Strowman is not the most evil monster. I don't know if maybe I'm not looking into this thoroughly, but
unless he can perhaps be tamed by their creator, or they have a constant, like a neutral, identity, or I'm just saying, Sister Abigail.
this could be like Kane and the Undertaker, though.
It could be.
Yeah, but at least the Undertaker and Kane could lose and not like lose credibility.
Right.
Which I really don't know where, like, outside of something else happening here. Like, of course, I mean, at this point, the Fiend should win. But once again, I make my... I was going to tweet at Bray Wyatt. I'm like, you don't need to win. Just pin yourself. Like, defeat your opponent and pin yourself. Like, because it's... Okay, I keep pushing that. That's my thing. I'm sorry.
You should reenact it and take a picture of it.
That's right. I could do it with dolls, because I'm thinking like with the little toys.
To get like a visual. Yeah. Because when you say that, like when you just say it, and like if I didn't know what you were talking about, I might not get it. But I don't know. I mean, it would be funny for you to do that anyway. So.
It's like pin. Big D, you're gonna have to fly over to Denver, man. We're just we'll reenact it. At this point, I guess I'll be the Fiend, but you're gonna have to shave your head.
That again.
I know you probably want to be the Fiend, probably more, but our logistics, our genetics are here.
I got the beard.
That's
beard.
Right.
Oh, it makes sense.
That's right.
7 feet tall.
You'd be like, have you ever seen Spaceballs?
I have.
Remember yogurt?
Yes.
Yeah. Or just put shoes on your knees, man. You'll walk on your knees.
That's funny.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm stumped here. I want the Fiend to win. I think the Fiend is a totally different animal. I don't care about him winning the championship. And neither Braun nor Fiend need the Universal Championship.
Right. And I guess that's another thing that we didn't really talk about either. Was like we've been talking about this as if it's just a match, a fight. like the title's at stake. So it's like, what's going to happen with the title? And I just really think the Fiend. He doesn't need it, but I think WWE needs him to have it. Just have it. He doesn't want it, but he has it. We all have things that we have that we don't need. So I think this is one of the things that the Fiend needs, doesn't necessarily wants or anything. He doesn't need it for any sake, but I wouldn't mind seeing it on him.
Well, here's my question then. Who do you think, if the Fiend wins, who do you think could challenge the Fiend?
No one right now.
Oh.
If it's done with Strowman, no, nobody. Like if Lesnar came back, maybe, but that really doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So nobody right now, at least. I think perhaps maybe he gets the title and maybe he keeps it until the fall of the Fiend. Or something. I don't know. I can't answer that.
Yeah, if Strowman is to win, too, I guess you mentioned that, but who's there to challenge either one of these guys really?
Right.
On SmackDown.
Nobody.
Well.
Nope.
Not even remotely, because they've both become these immovable force and irresistible whatever force.
Right.
This is odd. This is very odd because
yeah.
I don't want the Fiend to have the championship. He doesn't need it, but neither does Strowman.
Right. it's gotta go somewhere. It's gotta be somewhere. Yeah. And I just unless something happens where I don't know. Like that's the thing. It's just like I don't, because if Strowman comes out, like if it's a disqualification or something, I don't know. And Strowman keeps the title, and in order for that to happen, I think still the Fiend has to win somehow. And I mean, in the end of all things, I do think they're going to end up together. I think that the whole Wyatt family thing needs to happen, and it's no better time than now. Get then we'll talk about the ratings again. Everybody loves this Wyatt family, and if you can get that going again. I mean, then then we forget about people like Nikki Cross. Like, is Nikki Cross gonna get involved in it somehow with Alexa? And so yeah, I don't know, but
I think Nikki Cross got thrown out of the ring and effectively out of the whole contention.
it's just there's a lot of questions. We probably won't get answers.
Okay, I'm sorry. I am dragging ass on this one. I don't know who's gonna win.
No.
I'm actually really on the fence, and
it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
No. I'm really on the fence. I don't want the Fiend to lose momentum at all. To me, the Fiend would be he would be like, I would be feeding him like I feed Stone Cold.
Right.
But Braun Strowman, I think he would technically benefit more from being the Universal Champion.
Right. Yeah. That's just, I don't know. It's kind of a weird position that they put the title in.
I know how this is going to work out, though.
Does something happen where there's neither one has the title, and they just say we don't want, and there's like a tournament for the title? I don't know.
No. Goldberg comes back out.
I did. He came up in the news yesterday.
Oh, there it is.
He's stuck. He's with the WWE for 2 more years.
He is?
Um,
Oh, shit,
yeah.
son. I
At
could
least
see Big D's got a Goldberg
I didn't
freeze
read
right now.
Oh man, who's next? I mean, if he does, then that puts him right in the path of the Fiend, and that's the next thing.
Well, here's,
You know,
dude, just think about this. Goldberg
I mean,
beat The Fiend.
Right.
Pretty easily, actually. Rather easily.
Yeah, too easily.
And Strowman beat Goldberg way too easily.
Right.
With that logic,
Right. Mm-hmm.
who would win?
Between what?
Between Bray and Strowman. Between The Fiend and Strowman.
I would still go with the Fiend. Just for the fact that he stood right back up at that match. Against Goldberg. He had no reason for that fight. But now it's like perhaps in the future, I don't know. Goldberg, I just don't want him in anywhere near this anymore. Oh man, but I don't know. I don't think we can really. We'll save that for another time. I don't want. Yeah. Don't rain on the parade.
Sorry.
Goldberg. But I'm glad you did mention that because I did see that. I didn't read more into it, but I did see the article of Bill Goldberg is with WWE for 2 more years. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we both got the Fiend, but we have no idea where this is going to go. We have no idea what's going to happen.
Which is what's going to make it interesting. And I'm going to go with Braun Strowman just because you went with the Fiend.
Okay. I wrote in the Fiend for you.
I want the Fiend to win. I want the Fiend, I don't want the Fiend to lose. I am also afraid that I've had a fear about WWE misusing the Fiend. I've been texting you for months now that I feel like they have something here, and I feel that this is the beginning of the end for the credibility of the Fiend. And I don't want it to be, and maybe I'm just negative. And plus, I'm picking against you to spite me at this point. So,
oh, goodness.
This is nothing personal, Big D. This is nothing personal. This is just let's. I want us to go into this pay-per-view because there's so many very interesting matches. Where we're just sitting I don't know. It just gives it more fun for us.
Yeah.
I don't believe me. I don't. I want the Fiend to win. But I'm going to pick Strowman just because, I don't know what it is, but...
Right.
And it might be just a DQ or something ridiculous like that, but I think Strowman with the title actually makes a little more sense than The Fiend. As far as in my mind.
Do we say... So should we pick of who we think is going to leave with the title?
Yeah.
Is that right? And that's... Okay.
I think
all right, so then I guess that's pretty much what we're saying. Anyway.
Yeah, that's where I'm getting at.
Fix. Okay. All right. That leads us to the. I'm assuming it's going to be main event. It's either or. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton. This is all Orton. I don't. Is he going to win? I don't think so. I don't know. This is another. This is another one because Orton's been so good, and they've been so focused on Orton and his legend killer, you know, character like coming back. Him and McIntyre have kind of scuffled a little bit, but Orton's always got the upper hand. I did like it on Raw. He was able to finally sneak in that RKO.
That was pretty cool on Raw, the way he did it.
Yeah.
He came back, man. He came back and nailed it. Whoop.
He did.
I love RKO. I love the RKO.
I do. And McIntyre, I don't think he's hit Orton with a Claymore yet. So that's where I think McIntyre's going to win it this time. I don't know if it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good match.
I think Randy Orton is going to get screwed by one of the legends.
Right. Or something, yeah.
I think Batista's going to show up, watch.
I'm still going to go with my pick, my gut. That's McIntyre. He's going to lose. He's going to win. Well, like you said, I think it's going to take something, whether it's an edge return or something where Orton can lose, but he's going to go right back into full steam feud with somebody.
You know, picking these, though, you also have to think of payback.
True. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really understand what payback is going to be this year. It just seems like are they going to have a bunch of rematches, or are you going to have Edge return? It's like payback against Randy Orton.
I think what's going to happen is Drew Mac is going to win and Edge is going to come in. But is that going to be on payback or is that going to be...
Right.
I think we'll both agree on Drew McIntyre in this one.
That's fair. Do I pencil that in?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Randy Orton. Fuck it. Let's just go. Let's do this. If we're gonna do it all the way, let's do it all the way.
All right. Wow. So all but Mandy Rose and Matt Riddle is only two. And Oscar versus Banks. So those three things are the only things that we have a written agreement on. Everything else is completely up in the air. Woo!
Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave. So the next punishment is on you, man. I'm gonna leave it in your hands. You're gonna have to come up with a song or something.
Yes, I will come up with a punishment.
Because I think this time around, like I'm just.
Yeah. Do I end up punishing myself?
I'm hoping so, because that's how it's been working for me so far. And then, like, we haven't even started an NXT.
Yeah, I think we might. Do we want to carry that over to the NXT stream, or?
What do you mean NXT stream? Like just us talking about just NXT like we did last week?
Well, like if are we going to be doing the watching the NXT?
That's on Saturday.
It is on Saturday.
We're going to be watching it on Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah, because we're actually flying back.
Yes. So there will be because we'll be doing SummerSlam Monday.
Whew.
And NXT on Tuesday.
All right. So I'm not even gonna attempt to even look at results. I will not be looking at anything at all on Sunday, so we could watch it on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of Monday Night Raw, if you want to like watch Monday Night Raw, the fallout from SummerSlam, or if you want to enjoy the SummerSlam with us on Monday, because it's going to be during Raw time.
Right.
So that's going to be way more fun. Trust us. It's going to be way more fun because
You're gonna want to join us.
yeah, we're going to be singing. There's going to be these are picks against the spite of each other. And then Tuesday we're watching NXT Takeover Triple X.
Yes.
But we need to make those picks, man. That's do you wanna hammer them out?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's hammer it out. Let's hammer it out.
Let's do it.
Usually our prediction.
Because there's not a lot of matches with these guys.
A little bit longer, anyways. So I guess we'll start off with the
tag team
triple threat tag team match between Legado del Fantasma, Breezango, and then you got Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch for the number one contenders to the Imperium. I am going to be picking Legado del Fantasma.
Really?
In this one. I just feel like they need since Imperium is a faction, I would like to perhaps see a faction versus faction. It'd be nice to see Walter. I miss seeing Walter. I haven't been watching NXT UK, so I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if you've ever seen Walter. One of the matches I feel that we should watch at some point will be a Walter match.
He's the UK champ?
Yes. He came out. He was who did he wrestle? That might have been last year. Shoot, NXT kind of came in and they fought somebody from who did he fight? Oh, Finn Balor. They were feuding right before this whole COVID thing. Yeah, she's the UK champion. He's a big guy. He's just very old school, very entertaining. But I would like to see the. So I believe he's still overseas or whatever. I mean, I don't see why they can't fly. I don't know if there's still restriction in the UK. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go with Legado. I just feel like they just need that little extra push to kind of bring them up. Get them involved in the tag team titles as their leader, as the cruiserweight champion. So yeah, that's gonna be my pick for that match.
I'm gonna go with Lorcan and Birch. I think that they might just kind of come up as a surprise win in this one.
They're fun. I mean, Lorcan. I love watching Lorcan wrestle. He's very entertaining. Danny Burch isn't bad either as far as technical wrestler. They are both entertaining.
Yeah,
and it's got a little bit of story to it. It's nice to see Breezango back together and stuff like that. Yeah, man. So it goes from that where it's like, it's an okay match, and then you just have back to back. But I mean, so we have Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee. I'm liking this more than I did 3 weeks ago. I think with McAfee punting Adam Cole 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and just knocking him out. That was awesome.
I just like the fact that he called him an angry leprechaun.
or something like that. Yeah, because it's just the whole time it just makes fun of his height
Yeah,
and his size.
I think McAfee,
And I mean,
like he's a pretty decent shit talker.
yes, yeah, and I think that comes with being that athlete that
In
there's
the
a
locker room, like The Rock, like they're just like not. I'm not saying Pat McAfee's anywhere close to The Rock, but it just reminded me
right,
when he was like on commentary, and I was watching that tag team match, and Michael Cole was there. McAfee was actually he was fun to listen to. Like he was more than just like I am so angry, I am so rage, wrestling rage. Everybody's rageful, you know. Like he was actually
hmm
talking shit. There
yeah,
was a little locker
yeah,
room talk in there, which I thought was hilarious. So,
yeah, yeah.
but then there's
So
also,
yeah, it's definitely been entertaining.
well, there's a problem when you're it. Like, here's the thing: Adam Cole is a small guy. All right,
Hmm
so like he's gonna. It just um, I don't know how to approach this outside of the fact that you are feuding with a punter.
Right, I know.
It's not a good whether you win or lose. Like the fact like if you win,
Right,
you feuded with a punter. If you lose, you're feuding with a punter.
right.
So with
So
that said, I want McAfee to win, but I think Adam Cole is actually because I don't know where they're gonna go after that. Like if is McAfee gonna
yeah,
stick around?
I mean, if they're cutting these shows, I mean, maybe he doesn't have anywhere else to go. But the only thing I really see him on anymore is like the pre-shows. Could he become? Could he take this and do something with it? I don't know. I think this was just something to fill in Adam Cole as he was just the longest reigning NXT champion, and he didn't really, there was no. Maybe there wasn't anybody like there seems like there just wasn't anybody else to really do anything with him because Keith Lee and Karrion Cross. And then you got pretty much everyone else is going after the American uh, title. Um, so I mean, I think this was just like a filler, but they've done it well. They've done it really good. They got that realness. McAfee was interviewing Cole, and then started laughing about him, and then made a reference to his size, and it really pissed Adam Cole off. And um, even last night on NXT, uh, McAfee showed up with a couple guys. Cole had a undisputed era with him, and yeah, it was a little entertaining, little
Yeah,
segment.
but yeah, and then Cole just like kicked everybody. So
Right,
he was doing the
right. So
punting.
like, right, yeah. So it gave Cole the power leading into Takeover. Um, but yeah, so I'm picking Adam Cole. I can't imagine him losing to Pat McAfee.
Because that would I mean yeah, I don't know where that would go. Although it would be fun to
Really just
see. I could
right.
see Adam Cole get screwed up, like get cheated. I could see that.
Yeah, I know. And then there's like the whole like I don't want and if it is, it's probably gonna end up somewhere within the undisputed era, and I don't want to see them break up at all. Um,
I
yeah,
don't know. I think we're both going with Adam Cole in that one. I'm
uh,
secretly rooting for Pat McAfee though.
but again, uh, I hated it when I first saw this happening, and now I'm enjoyed. NXT really kills it with everything. So this will take us to the women's championship. Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai. Ooh, rhymes. Um, I'm gonna enjoy it. And oh man, I was watching. Io Shirai scares me. Her backflips off that top rope scare me because she's not getting any height on them. They are just standing and then just backflip falling. And like I swear to God, like her backflip this week, I swear her knees crushed. I can't think of her name. Gargano's wife, though. I thought her knees came really close to like crushing her head. The way that she came down, her backflips just look really dangerous. But Dakota Kai has come a long, long, long way from where she was 2-3 years ago. She had a cool feud with Shayna Baszler when Shayna Baszler was new. She was like this, like, underdog, and I'm gonna win, and da da da, and just Shayna Baszler just kicked her ass every time. And then once Dakota Kai went heel, it was kind of like a Bayley effect. Dakota Kai went heel, and it just boom. That's her thing. She also has a bodyguard and Rodriguez. I don't think that's gonna. It might have a factor, but Io Shirai is gonna come on top. I don't see her losing the belt.
Because she just won it too, right?
Yeah, and this is her first title defense. So I don't see her losing this. I think it is going to be a really good match. I don't want interference, but there probably will be. But I think it's going to be a really good match. I'm going to go with the what was her name? Angel in the Sky, Io Shirai. I think it's Angel in the Sky, something in the sky. But yeah, I'm going Io Shirai here. I really like her. I can't wait to see her. I want to see her and Asuka in a fight, in a match. Just writing this down.
I think damn it. I want to pick against you again, but I just don't see how Shirai is not going to retain the title. It'd be surprising if she loses it.
That would be. It would be very surprising. Really surprising. And again, it's not that Dakota Kai doesn't deserve it. So trust me, a lot of the women down there do. But I just, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shirai.
Shirai.
She's gonna win by a knee to the head.
Knee to the head. That brings us to the ladder match between Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, Cameron Grimes, and the Velveteen Dream. I am super, super excited to see this match. I think NXT really kills it with multi wrestling matches, whether it's tag teams or triple threats or I can't think of it now. With the Hell in the Cell match kind of thing that they had. But anyway, all these guys.
Are you talking about the War Games? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just there's so much talent, and it's like a lot of these guys have been around for a long time. Like they've really been working their way up, and like again, we always talk about like NXT is just. It's just there. It's there with Raw and SmackDown. The talent is there. I think this is gonna be a fun match. I'm just gonna go with my pick here, and I'm saying Damian Priest.
Oh. If there's one match out of this whole card, is where I was like Damian Priest. I like Damian Priest just in principle.
To be honest, I don't see a Velveteen Dream because he had it already. He had it for a while. he just coming back, which was a interesting topic, especially with a lot of the cases that he had going against him. But he's back.
I
I mean,
love Damian Priest, man. He is by far one of the coolest characters. Well, not by far, but pretty good margin, one of the coolest characters at
yeah.
NXT.
And Bronson Reed, he's definitely up and coming. I like that he's a part of this. He's definitely the youngest, I guess I would say, or the most underdog of the five. But he just has that look. He has, I mean, he has a phrase now. It's he's the thick boy.
You should have been. I was on Moana.
He hails from New Zealand. But like Velveteen Dreams had it, Johnny Gargano's had it. Cameron Grimes, I could see with a title. I do like Cameron Grimes. I like his character, his charisma. Is just really good. And there's a lot. This is just gonna be a fun match. But yeah, no, I think Damian Priest deserves it. He's really been working his tail off the last year and a half, 2 years. He's been around for a while too. He's been around for 4, I think. He's never had a title.
He got such a cool character.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's from New York. So.
Really?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. New York.
That'll be your you're rooting for your homeboy then.
No, I mean, not my home, but it's just my home state guy, I guess. But, this should be a fun match, though.
Well, so far we're picking, I think we're off only on one match.
Yeah, the tag team match so far. And I think we might be the same on the NXT Championship match.
Yes.
Keith Lee, Karrion Kross. I'm excited to see this match as well. You got the dominant and just, they're both dominant and powerful. Just clash of monsters, just beasts of men.
Do you think that there's a potential here for Keith Lee to actually get called up to the main roster?
I think so. I think there might be a chance because he's been at the top. He's been at the top of NXT for a long time. He's been in title feuds for a long time. He's had the title for he has the North American title for a while. Then he gave it up because he got the NXT Championship. But he's just been on that main event level for a long time, and I mean maybe I just don't know if. I think the draft and all that happens before the next takeover. So I think that's in October because NXT they have takeovers 3 or 4 times a year. So this is gonna be man.
Because I have a feeling that Keith Lee could. I don't know. I feel like Keith Lee could be somebody to challenge Strowman.
And I think they did go face to face. At one point, Royal Rumble or something. I'll have to go back on that, but I think they did go face to face. They had that moment where people remember. They will remember if there's a feud between, say, Lee and Strowman in the future. They're going to bring up that moment. And I've this whole time with Karrion Kross, I've always felt that his first shot, he's going to get it.
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
And they did go face to. Okay.
Yeah, but Strowman's so much bigger than him still.
Still, I mean, the athleticism is. That'd be cool to really see though. Is Keith Lee go against someone that's bigger than him.
Although Keith Lee's upper body looks bigger than Strowman's.
Yeah, he's a big. I mean, either way, someone's getting hurt. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go back on my thought of Karrion Kross would ever get his first opportunity.
You're gonna pick Karrion Kross now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with you on that. Because I think Keith Lee on the main roster may be a perfect way to go.
I really like. I mean, the feud has been good without them having to really get into a physical altercation. There's a lot of they got a lot of people involved as far as emotionally. And I mean, Keith Lee's burnt his face off. Who knows? Who knows what it looks like? So. Yeah, no. So that does it with our NXT predictions. We have all the same predictions as far as Adam Cole, Io Shirai,
Dakota Shirai. Now that's a winner of that match.
I just say Dakota Shirai.
That's a winner of that match.
Anyway, back then, repeat that. So we got Adam Cole, Io Shirai, Damian Priest, and Karrion Kross as all winners. And then our only difference is the tag team match. I have Legado del Fantasma, and you have Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Yep.
So there's our NXT predictions, NXT 30 predictions. Wow, NXT 30.
When I was putting the title on NXT, because it's NXT XXX, I was putting the title on our YouTube video. I'm like, should I be putting that? This might get flagged before it even goes up.
Right.
So I didn't. But it's the 30th pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I still remember the first. Man, that was a long time ago. I think that was 6 years ago. Man. It's when, like, Rusev was still down there, and man, a lot of people. Bo Dallas. Anyway. Yeah. I can't wait to see him again. Holy, man, that was such a good character in NXT. And they brought it up on the main roster, and it just flatlined so bad.
That's what I'm afraid with Matt Riddle.
So bad. Yeah, it's scary. It's always scary bringing people up.
Not Keith Lee, though.
I can't. Yeah, I know. That's just something big.
I think Keith Lee is a shoo-in, man.
He's got to be. I mean, no. But
he's a good face.
All right. All written down.
We have our picks.
I'll put this in safekeeping. Yep. Got our picks. But yeah, so we will be doing the SummerSlam watch along the day after, so Monday
night.
And then NXT Takeover 30 on Tuesday. And we'll be back again next Thursday.
Talking about Monday Night Raw. Because it's like the next week is the payback, so right? So it's immediate.
Yep, a week from Sunday.
Jeez. And then we'll be watching payback.
It's gonna be interesting to see how big it is, if it's that big of a deal.
Well, I mean, you would think so, a little bit.
Right. Actually, I mean, it's just I wonder who's gonna be involved. Yeah, so I guess we'll see. That's all we can ever do with WWE is just
We'll see, WWE.
wait and no. WWE, wait and see.
Dakota Kai and Io Shirai.
But you'll never see
That's
it
right.
coming.
You were able to fit that in right at the end.
Never see it coming.
Oh no, don't. I think from now on I'm just gonna I think we should do our predictions. Like I'll predict one match, you predict the next match, and we have to go against each other. Oh, you don't like that idea, do you? I'm having fun. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be an interesting SummerSlam now.
Yeah, it is. It is, but I think we have legitimate reasons of our differences.
Mostly.
So
I
yeah.
just want
There's
to
people that you
pick.
want to win.
I just want to pick against you, Big D. Because this is gonna make it so fun now.
You can think of something.
Oh,
We'll
wait and see. That's
yeah, we'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see, and you won't see it coming. That's exactly how it's gonna go.
You won't see it coming. Oh yeah, that scares me. So, anyways, yeah. So everybody out there, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to our Twitter at Jawber Report. We are on Twitter. We are active. Please follow and set your notifications on, and keep following us on our journey as we spread our wings and we just keep flying and flying. That's it for me this week. But I am Big Dan. This is Max Jaw, and we are the Report. And until next week, everyone be safe.
SummerSlam.
Yes. See you Monday.
Raw time, SummerSlam, watch along. And it is going to be a fun one. So